What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And if you are having a great day, be sure to press that like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam at all. Verifiably 100% accurate. You will be kidnapped by Dick Dastardly from that one cartoon show. I just watched the new Scooby-Doo movie. I'm not gonna lie, it actually went a little bit hard. I only cried twice, but press the like button. Otherwise, the bad guy from that is gonna kidnap you. Real talk though, guys, it's been a while since I told a story about any weeaboos. You know, those kids that are just so obsessed with anime that I'm pretty sure they're gonna get their waifu tattooed on their nipples just so that way any other girl that sees them knows they're taken. Regardless, some weeaboo kids, man, they're just bizarre. And there was a couple kids in my school who took the whole anime addiction way too far. Like, if you just watch anime, I don't consider you a weeaboo. I consider you a weeaboo when you start, like, telling everybody about your waifu and how you would totally do absolutely anything for like, Ichikori from your favorite show. I don't know any anime character names, dude. I'm really trying out here. But regardless, the second you start telling people that you're like in love with an anime character, you take it too far. And before anybody is like, oh, you're just picking on anime kids. Nah, it would be weird as hell if you wanted to sleep with Peter Griffin too, okay? Just like maybe not have a crush on cartoon characters. So there was this group of kids who was like super into weeaboos at my school, like a drastic amount. And I usually was pretty chill with most people, but I get put at this table with like a bunch of weeaboo kids in this art class, and people in art class in general, like, just were some of the weird kids. I feel like art class is the weirdest place in a high school because the kids are either like the really incredibly cool artsy where you're just like, damn man, you just got the vibe check on fleek and look at, you're good at art, like that's impressive. And then you also have the kids that are like, I love art, and they're drawing, you know, furry drawings of each other yiffing, like, dude, the weeaboo kids would just draw the anime girls. So I'm in this art class and I get sat at a table with all these weeaboos and they're all talking about anime or whatever, and like, I'm not just gonna come for your throat if you're talking about what you like at a table and you're not doing anything weird. So they're just talking about anime. I have my headphones in, minding my own business, and like, I get tapped on the shoulder and they're like, hey, do you watch anime? I'm like, oh no. And they give me this look. They're like, then why are you sitting here? And I'm like, well, because the teacher told me to sit here. I don't know what you're asking. And they're like, yeah, well, this is kind of like the anime table, so can you maybe go sit somewhere else? And I'm like, no, the teacher told me to sit here and I'm not bugging you. I have my headphones in. You guys can talk about anime or do whatever you want, but like, this is my seat. I don't really know what to tell you. And I guess that was like the wrong word, because now they're all looking at me. They're like, well, it's very inconsiderate to bully us. And I'm like, what? I literally haven't said anything, dude. Like, if you want me to go after you, I can. Trust me, I'm gonna have no problem making fun of you, man. But like, I literally was sitting there with my headphones on. So I look at them and I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're basically like, we just know that most people don't like anime, so like, we don't want you here. And I'm just saying, if a lot of people don't like something you're into, that's fine. Like, I get that. But like, dog, I didn't say anything. It wasn't like, you know, I like looked at him and was like, hey, no offense, but what you're into is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I would rather be forced to go to JoJo Siwa concerts for 3 weeks than listen to you talk about this. I didn't say a word. So obviously homeboy here is like getting all angry with his little weeaboo self. So I'm kind of like, what is your problem? Because I don't know what's going on. This guy's mad at me. Apparently it's my fault that other people have made fun of anime in the past. I don't know. So I'm like, what is your deal, dude? I didn't even say anything. And like his, you know, girlfriend over here, I didn't know if it was his girlfriend or what, but the girl that's sitting with us is like, stop yelling at him. And I'm like, I'm not yelling. You guys are pressing me. I had my headphones in. I'm just saying, maybe you weeaboo should spend more time paying attention to like common sense. I wasn't talking to any of you, okay? And not to mention, how about you let your boyfriend fight his own battles with his weeaboo self, all right? So like, I'm getting a little pressed, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little sassy, but I've got this like gang of anime kids trying to fight me 1v4 at like the middle of this art table when I'm trying to vibe. So I say, obviously, like, let your boyfriend fight his own battles. And apparently that was just the next level of disrespect, because he gets up in my face, he's like, she's not my girlfriend, I would never cheat on my girlfriend, do you have any idea who my girlfriend is? And I'm like, I really do not have any idea who your girlfriend is, bro, and I'm sorry if I offended you. It's just, you know, when she jumps in and starts defending you when I ask you what your deal is for no reason and tells me to stop yelling at you when I'm not, I assume she was your girlfriend, because most girls aren't stupid enough to defend somebody that's wrong unless there's like a reason. And he gets all defensive. He's like, oh, she's not my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. And he's like, this is my girlfriend. And he pulls out his phone and turns it on so like I can see the home screen on his phone. And on his lock screen is this kid standing in his room. And I'm not kidding, an anime girl like photoshopped next to him with his arm around him. Like, you know that thing that people post on Twitter of the cringe kids literally posing with like the anime girl photoshopped in? That's what he had as his background. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, is that your girlfriend, is what I ask him. I give him a chance. I give him a chance to just, no, obviously, like, oh, wrong one, and open his phone screen and show me a different girl. But nope, he sticks with that story. He goes, yes, you know, like, I just really connected with her personality. Like, she's my waifu. And I'm like, dude, this is why you get bullied when people sit with you. Like, I'm just saying, dude, I didn't mean to get all ASMR there, but let's get this straight. You attacked me when I was sitting there with headphones in and proceeded to show me your non-existent cartoon girlfriend 30 seconds into our argument, and you wonder why you're taking nothing but L's on the daily. The second you admit that you think you're dating a cartoon character, you lose. Like, I'm pretty sure that's just an automatic dub. That's the equivalent of trying to argue with somebody that has slept with your mom. You just can't do it. Like, it's an L. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. The second you're like, yeah, I'm dating a girl that's not real, you just lose it. So at this point, I'm kind of like, all right, well, good for you. Sorry for being rude to your girlfriend. He's like, you can't sit here. And he's getting angry now, but like, you know when those kids get angry and they start to like, you can't sit here. Like they start to like grit their teeth and say things through it. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little afraid to go to school the next day. Anyways, at this point, like the art teacher comes over and obviously I look guilty as hell because like here's these 4 little weeaboos wearing, you know, their little foxtails to let everybody know that they're furries, and like I'm dressed like a skater arguing with them, and obviously like I'm gonna win this argument. So the teacher walks up and is like, Ryan, what are you doing? Like, are you causing problems? Because I just look guilty. Okay, I can't lie. Like, they say never judge a book by its cover, but when these kids look like they're constantly getting noogies on the bus, then you know, you probably just assume that they're not guilty. And like, you know, oh, Ryan, leave them alone. And these weeaboo kids start snitching to the teacher about how like I've been bothering them all day by like eavesdropping on their conversations. And honestly, I have an honest question for everybody watching this video. What the hell was I supposed to do if I sit at the table? I can't help but eavesdrop on conversations. I'm 2 feet away from you. There's literally nothing I can do about it. So I calmly start trying to explain to the art teacher what's going on, and big boy Mr. Dating Cartoon Character here is like, you don't get a say in this classroom, which I mean is a very like weird thing to say. I feel like any territory that is ruled single-handedly by the weird furry kids doing art is not a good idea, and you're also not the teacher. So the teacher looks at like the weeaboo kid and is like, calm down, I'm gonna hear him out. I'm the teacher, not you. I get to decide, you know, who talks in this classroom. And like the weeaboo kid looks at the teacher and is, you know, you've never done anything to protect us in this classroom, da-da-da-da-da, how dare you, like, let this kid mock us. Keep in mind, I haven't mocked them at this point. Like, I would be honest, I have told hundreds of stories on this channel where I am a jerk. I'm not gonna lie, it's there. I can be mean. I did not even breathe on this dude, and he is convinced that I'm like somehow hyperactively in this dude's subconscious, convincing him to freak out in this art class somehow. I was really living in this dude's head, rent-free, for no reason. So the teacher is kind of like, all right, calm down, buckaroo. You can yell at Ryan, but you can't yell at me. And I guess at this point, he just had enough, because what happens next, dude, is he just, like, steps towards me and is like, I'm done with you. And I'm like, okay, all right, Naruto Shippuden, dude. And he, like, I don't know what it is. Every time, I've had to fight a couple of weeaboos at my school. I'm not too proud of that, all right? My high school was a little bit bizarre, but, like, I don't know what it is about weebs. Whenever they want to fight someone, instead of, like, getting into a fighting stance, they do some stuff that they've seen in an anime. They like try for a spin kick, and that's all fun and games, but the people that you're watching in an anime are like ninjas with superpowers, and you're a fat white kid in Las Vegas, so like it just doesn't look the same. It's not as intimidating as you think it is. So whatever, he gets into like his ninja pose, and I start laughing because obviously this is ridiculous. Like the stereotype about weird kids in art class, 100%, like it's just true. I can't help but giggle, which obviously infuriates him every more, and he like lets out this what's supposed to be a battle cry. I think it was supposed to be a battle cry, but it wasn't very ferocious because the only problem is like he tried to do like a raw like that to let me know that he means business, but I don't know if it was just like the pressure of the situation or the fact that his imaginary weeaboo girlfriend was watching him from his open phone screen, but what comes out sounds more like this. like an angry chipmunk slowly being dropped into a blender and it knows what's coming and it's like, stop, you know, like that was the noise it made. That's a very specific sound. I've never done anything like that to a chipmunk. I could never. I love Theodore. However, like, you know, he just makes that noise and the like when he rees, the teacher like steps between us and is like, all right, Ryan, will you go sit somewhere else? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. So like I grab my stuff and homeboy is like, he has to have his little anime friends come hold him back. And I'm just saying, if you're really like an anime master warrior and 2 girls can hold you back, dog, like you might not be the most ninja master warrior of all time, because I'm telling you right now, it takes at least 4 Dwayne The Rock Johnsons to hold me back when I feel like beating somebody. That's a joke, by the way. For anybody that has seen what I look like, I definitely do not look like I could fight Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But if you haven't seen what I look like, my Instagram is scrubby, you know, if you're really feeling like going and checking it out. So, obviously, like, I moved my stuff, and after class, the art teacher, like, asked me to stay back, right? So, I go over to her desk, like, after the class ends, and homeboy has Reed his last way out of there. After we got separated, she manages to calm him down, but, like, the best part about all this is he was freaking out, screaming about me when I'm sitting on the other side of the classroom with my headphones in. I don't know if he, like, thought I couldn't hear him or what, but he was talking about how, like, I'm a degenerate, and I've always been a degenerate in this class, and, like, dude, listen, the reason I was so loud in this class before ever sitting with them is because I sat with my friends. Of course I'm gonna talk, but like, I really was not talking to the Weeaboo kids. That's the weirdest part of all of this, all right? Like, I could understand if I had had beef with them before, earlier in the year, or anything like that, but I legit had never talked to these people, and they were just convinced for some reason that I was like an evil mastermind coming to infiltrate their little Weeaboo weird group. Anyways, the art teacher is basically like, yeah, I moved you because you and your friends were all talking too much, but if my options are like the Weeaboo kids trying to fight you every 20 minutes or you sitting with your friends and being loud, like, just sit with your friends and be loud. And I looked at her, I'm like, I really didn't do anything. And she says, no, I know. I realized that when he started screaming at you across the room for nothing, that he might be overreacting a little bit. So you go ahead and sit with your friends, and I'm sorry about thinking it was you. And I'm like, all right, bet. I'm not going to complain. Getting to sit with my friends is what I wanted anyways. So, yeah, moral of the story is this kid who was legitimately convinced that he was dating a cartoon character tried to and fight me in the middle of art class, and it ended up making me sit with my friends. So, moral of the story is Weeaboos kind of help you in life. On that note, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. And as always, like, comment, all that stuff. I already said that. If you've made it this far into the video, we're going to try to get some comments on this video. I'm testing it out. I don't know what actually puts videos in recommended. So like, let's comment recommended and see if that helps, because I don't know how this website works, bro. I just work here. So if you could comment recommended to help me out, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, on that note, guys, don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. Check out the OG Sub Club merch. Remember to turn on those notifications. Today's notification shout out goes to Hunter, Schmeck Pepper. I really hope I said that right. If I whooshed that, that's not gonna feel too good. But yeah. Anyways, guys, have yourselves a good one. Stay away from anime kids, and don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. I'll see you guys next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.